So, RBG, they've been threatening more violence, and you know what? Here's something people don't. They already got started over the weekend. So RBG died. If they fill this seat, this is the controversy right now. Where people are saying it's hypocritical for Republicans for Donald Trump to fill this seat, this empty seat on the Supreme Court. Which again, it's more so that she's stepping over. So we want to be clear. Don't buy the fake news.
She's
but
okay.
they did protest.
Yeah.
They did threaten more violence, and they already got started underway this weekend. But don't take my word for it.
Somebody record this. Somebody record this. Catch that for me.
I just thought they had an MC.
Yeah, that's what
I was live performing the riots.
What the f*** are you doing?
Hopefully beating your ass.
Oh, boy.
Someone's squeaking a dog toy? Oh, look at this dog.
This one's creepy. I hate this.
Yeah, I really hate this.
The one with the dog in the back?
Yeah, the reason that dog, if you guys can see, look, you'll see the dog at one point. Yeah, the only reason the dog didn't maul them was because they had it. I want to be really clear, and the half-Asian people might not like me saying this, but if you reach in my car, Betty and Joe Lewis will cause permanent harm to you and will be rewarded with every cheese I can find. And I feel no remorse whatsoever. I'm not saying that it needs to exit the vehicle.
Right.
What you put in the vehicle will remain in the vehicle 5 exits down.
It'll just be this blood-squirting arm in the passenger seat.
I mean,
We've all seen Jurassic Park. That's about what happens.
They can smell your jugular. That's the point. Yeah. And I believe they had a Massachusetts plate. That was his violation.
Was it?
I think that's what it was.
Well, they were
wrong.
actually there to protest.
Yeah, they were there to help.
There to protest.
It was
They
friendly
got smashed.
fire.
Yeah, it was friendly fire.
I really hope they understand us. See how everybody else feels? See?
No, they don't care. They're not going to understand this moving forward. They're just going to go burn other people's stuff. And I will tell you this. This is like when they were beating up that raccoon, the Black Lives Matter activists. Listen, I know people will say, well, you're a meat eater. I am. It's not purposeless, needless, meaningless death. Context matters. Yes, I eat meat. I don't go out and throw a rock at a dog for no reason. Yes, I eat meat. Yes, I enjoy venison. Yes, I might go for a deer hunt this year. I wouldn't beat a raccoon with a stone just to prove a point.
Yeah, and was the raccoon a cop?
Yeah, how did... What?
I don't know. I would have assumed he was on their side, but then it's the one animal that always has the mask.
They're bandits every time.
Wearing a mask.
It's permanent.
And it's about as effective as those people who always wear a mask.
They come out at night. They don't have jobs.
Just like
They should
you.
relate.
They loot. They're looting masked animals.
Yeah, they don't ask to take your garbage.
They don't ask.
They just have at it.
So let's review this really quickly. Now they're protesting even more. The George Floyd-based riots, started in, I believe, late May.
May, yeah.
That's when they started.
Yeah.
Right. It was right after the
Labor
Mud Club
Day.
quarantine month. Yeah.
Or Memorial
Which
Day.
the worst, you know what, though? It was Memorial Day. That's right. It wasn't Labor Day. Because I was going to say, sometimes they're still rioting, and I've seen a few pairs of white pants.
Oh, no. Yeah.
You shouldn't
It's
ever.
so tacky.
No.
I know.
I think
These
that's
people
the
don't
cause
know.
of the rioting.
If you're going to be throwing bear mace on a cop, can you at least respect our social norms? No white pants after Labor Day.
I mean, if you're going to loot a Macy's, they have pants.
They do.
You have no excuse at this
Loot
point.
the pants, just don't take the white ones. First week of protests,
No
there
class.
were 13 people killed. Right, 13 people killed. Since then, they've killed over 30 people have died at the protests. Over 1,000 law enforcement casualties, injuries, and people who get mad saying, "Well, you say casualties? Casualties do include deaths and injuries."
Because it's the correct term.
And we've always said this. We're like, well, the number was $700 million, and it never went up. We were talking. I'm pretty sure that it's significantly more. According to Axios, it's minimum $1 billion, likely $2 billion, and you know it's higher than that. This is coming from insurance companies at this point, not a government agency who wants to say all is well.
Yeah.
The insurance company's like, well, actually, no, it's not. Then over the weekend,
I just can't wait to see like Morgan Freeman or one of those Allstate riot commercials.
Yeah.
For just riot
that's not Morgan
insurance.
Freeman. That's the black guy from 24.
Other black.
Yeah, the other black Freeman.
The lesser god.
Freeman the Lesser.
So let's go. Over the weekend, there were some very specific threats. Okay, University of Waterloo, the political science professor Emmett McFarlane. That's not doxing because he tweeted this publicly. Burn Congress down before letting Trump try to appoint a new SCOTUS. Then we have Reza Aslan, who I believe was a CNN contributor and personal favorite of the Young Turks for a while.
True.
And he also ate human brains on TV. So I don't think he has that much of a problem with the raccoon deal. He said if they even try to replace RBG, we burn the entire effing thing down. So these are, it's one of those deals where they say, hey, your silence is violence, right? Like your silence and not speaking out and holding up your fist and saying Black Lives Matter is violence. Do you mean because you're going to punch me in the face even though I'm 65 in my own Prius afterward? Yes, I guess technically a form of inviting violence. These people invite violence by actually inviting violence, actually encouraging violence, and then people act out on the violence. And I do want to note, listen, not every protester is violent.
Correct.
But come on, over 1,000 officer casualties, over $2 billion in damages, over 30 deaths. At what point do you say, okay, it's not really peaceful? And by the way, Kyle Rittenhouse, that guy Rosenbaum he shot, people have been talking about. You know what? That guy raped 5 kids.
Yep.
You
Are
can
you
go read
serious?
the police report. Yeah.
Yep.
He didn't just sexually accost. He didn't just show them naughty pictures. He raped 5 kids.
But what
How's he
did he
out on
do
the
wrong?
But no, Stephen, you're forgetting Kyle had a weapon.
Yes.
That is much worse.
And believe me,
And
the
he used it
irony is
correctly.
not lost on me. The fact that he was blown away by a minor is delicious.
It's so good. It's so good.
He was chasing
Yeah.
a minor
Yeah.
and was blown away by a minor. So this is where we are right now with this violence. They have yet to condemn it entirely on the left,
Right.
calling out Antifa and Black Lives Matter. But I do think, listen, I've talked about you forfeit your right to live if you play the knockout game, if you break someone's car with a rock, if you aim a rifle into a car. I've said that's different from deserving to die, crimes worthy of capital punishment. Raping 5 kids, for me, you deserve to die. Doesn't mean that Kyle Rittenhouse had the authority to execute that person.
Right, exactly.
But if we are going to act like these people, and by these people, again, this Rosenbaum guy, white, so let's not try and hang me on that, though he did use the N-word repeatedly.
He
If
did.
we are going to
That's
act
right.
like not every single one of these people is a multiple serial time felon, the kind of felonies that not just, okay, he knocked over a liquor store, the kind of crimes that make you sick to your stomach.
Yeah.
We can listen. You cannot separate the two at this point when the people who you paint the murals for are all awful human beings who you not only would you not let alone in a room with your daughter, you wouldn't let them look at your daughter.
Yeah.
You wouldn't let them within the vicinity of your daughter.
Yeah, but if all you watched was CNN, you would have no idea that cities are burning across America when these riots are happening. And of course,
it's
there
mostly
are
peaceful.
Look, if we want to, we've said this before. If you want to compare what a peaceful protest is in a time where we thought things needed to change, you can look back to the Tea Party group, right? They came into places, they protested, they were very vocal about what they believed, and then they left and cleaned stuff up as they left, right?
Yeah.
That's your compare. If you want to have a litmus test, a bar to hit, that's it. Not these mostly peaceful protests.
Well, Rosenbaum only raped 5 kids. He was mostly not rapey for his life.
If you count all the kids that he met, he was a mostly
Exactly.
He was a
peaceful rapist.
mostly non-rapist.
rapey. Yeah.
Yeah, most of the time.